So ladies and gentlemen, today I got a different video for you today. It's an interesting one. A lady has a baby, has a husband, but the baby isn't of the husband. It's a secret. It belongs to a different dude, a friend.
I do have a baby with another man, and my husband does not know. We've been together over 7 years, and he had a reversal because he had a vasectomy from his previous ex. So he had a reversal so we could try and have a baby. And so, long story short, he thinks that this child's his baby, and that's not really short, but there's a lot behind it.
Yeah. So, how old is the child now?
She's about 8 months.
Okay, so pretty recent.
Yes, pretty recent, very recent. I have known the guy that I've had the child with. I've known him for over 14 years. Went to high school with the guy, and kind of just, I don't know, ran into him, and then kind of hit it off, I guess, and went from there. And we had been doing this for about 2.5 years now, the whole behind my husband's back. But the crazy part to it is how I feel is my husband is okay if I have sex with another man. And
Whew. She cheats. I'm not even sure he knows.
I told him about it, but I didn't tell him that it was his child. I didn't tell him that I had done it more than once. I told him I did it once, and that was it. And I know what I've done is completely wrong, but I definitely don't regret it. Like I said, my husband had the vasectomy, and then he had the reversal, and we were trying for a long time to have a baby. And for this to happen, it was almost a blessing, but also terrible in a wrong sense, for sure.
So you clearly know this man. Obviously, you said you know him for 14 years. So you said this is what you've been doing now for 2.5 years. So this is something that you still kind of do, like you still kind of, are essentially having an affair in what seems to be an open relationship.
Somewhat, yes. My husband doesn't know about it continuing to happen, but last week actually, this other guy, he confessed feelings, and I told him, I said, I'm not interested in that.
Okay, that's a big problem. If you have a friend for 14 years, that you're saying that it's just a friend, I'm not sure about that because I believe you can be friend with a dude. I'm not saying you can, but most dudes that are friend with you, usually in the first few times when you judge them, you're a valuable person. I'm just gonna be your friend. They're gonna be, you're a person wanna have sex with, but now we're friends. You thought you're a friend and you had sex with him. Why? After you noticed that your current husband couldn't give you the baby, so suddenly he became viable? Do you know, you see where this is going? This is messed up. Because now you made baby with the wrong person, you still had sex while you lied to your husband, you think your husband doesn't mind because he doesn't know all the details, but you only told him that you did it once? This is a perfect example. You give a finger and they take your life and your baby. I'm like, damn. Some ladies are ruthless. As a guy, any guy I know that knew a girl for more than 10 years, a friend, and they start funky funky or whatever, will always say, I have feelings for you. The fact that he might even think that baby is mine, the fact that he's your friend, that you told I have problems making a baby, do you really think if he's going raw, he's not thinking about I can give you the baby?
I'm married, I'm happy. I just look for a little side D, and
Woo!
that's about it.
Woo!
But that's all I want from that situation. And I mean, and I haven't heard from him since then because I told him how I felt about that.
Ooh.
So do you have like a plan, like moving forward, just kind of like, when did you decide like I'm going to keep this a secret? I'm not going to say anything because I mean, you said that your husband is okay with you having sex with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And, obviously when people are engaging in that sort of thing, accidental pregnancies happen. Do you think that he would be just absolutely crushed by this, or what is the reason why you want to hide it?
The reason I want to hide it is because I think he would be crushed by it. He makes jokes all the time about, oh my gosh, it's so-and-so's baby, it's this and that, jokes around. But I think it would hurt his pride more than anything.
No, I think this woman is delusional. I'm sorry. Maybe he loves you so much, he is so happy that he finally has a family because he didn't have a family. That's why I keep telling people, be careful with certain women. And the idea that you have to live this fake thing forever just to keep this happiness is the reason certain people pop off. Because it's always, it's Gucci, it's Gucci, it's Gucci, it's Gucci. He's not gonna do anything, right? But whenever something bad's happen, you have a hat where you can place your shoulder, right?
Do you ever plan on telling him, like, even down the line, or is it a sort of now or never
I
thing?
think it's more of a now or never. I should, but I have yet to do it. But if it doesn't happen now, then eventually I think I will tell him, just because he deserves to know. He's a good guy and he is okay with everything that's been going on, so.
She said he knows of a one-time thing. A one-time. Stop being so delusional saying that he's okay with the rest. Are you freaking kidding me? Don't fake the story to make you look good. Just be, hey, I like sex and that's it. And I'm doing this in secret. What do you mean he likes it? He's okay with it. Man, kiss my ass.
Does the father know that it's his baby?
We don't know for a fact, but I've compared pictures to previous children he's had. He's had 2 other kids, and one of them looks so similar to the one that I have. And I asked him if I could do like a paternity test, like at home, and he was okay with that completely. But like I said, I haven't made contact with him since everything went down, and he said he had feelings, so.
So you don't know for like an absolute fact that this is actually not your husband's?
I say I don't know, but like I said, my husband had a reversal, and then we tried for over 3 years to have a baby, and it never worked. And then I was sleeping with this guy, and boom, baby.
Yeah, odds are.
Yeah.
You're probably right about that.
And they look very
wow.
similar, so.
If you waited, how do you think you would react down the line? Say it was, years from now where time has passed and he's raising this child as his own, and then you were to tell him that, because I wouldn't say I'm on the brink of fatherhood, but I think it's something in the near future, and it's almost hard to comprehend getting that news after so much time would have passed of raising this child of my own. Do you think that would you said damage his pride, but do you think it would hurt him beyond that?
I think it would hurt him beyond that a little bit if I told him later. If I told him now, it may not be as difficult for him to take that information.
Let's say, for example, a baby is born, right? And the man says, let's do a DNA test. And you're like, what? You don't trust me? And he says, what? Why are you so prideful? It's just a test. What's wrong with your ego? It's like the poor excuse, as if men only have pride to defend. It's as if men don't have any emotional attachment or feeling in the whole process to have the baby. Just because it's kicking in your belly, that doesn't mean that we don't have a specific connection to that being. And it's so disrespectful.
Yeah, because also at a certain point, the kid's going to have to find out who his real father is as well.
Agreed. Yes.
Yeah, if you never told your husband, I guess at some point, if you wanted the kid to know who his real father was, does it cross your mind that maybe you would just kind of keep this secret forever with your husband and the kid, just kind of assuming that they're father and son?
I mean, it has crossed my mind that I would never say anything to either one of them. And it might be easier to do that, but I'm hard-headed. I don't like to do things the easy way. So I think that I would eventually go ahead and just tell them both in the long run. I think I would tell him first, of course. But to tell the child would be even harder, I think. unless my husband was involved in that conversation. I feel like describing the situation with the open relationship, I mean, it may be easier nowadays than it would be in the past to be like, hey, your mom and dad were in an open relationship. This is what happened here.
Right. Was that, I'm curious about that too. Was that kind of from the start of your relationship, just something that you both agreed on to be in open relationships?
It was not. He doesn't want to be with anybody else.
Wait. No. No. You can't be in an open relationship when he doesn't want to be in a relationship. It's usually something men suggest you to do because you requested it and they don't want to lose you. Don't put fork in my face and make it a beautiful Cinderella story. No.
I didn't for a while, and I did cheat on him in the past. And then once he found out, he was like, okay, well, we came to the conclusion, just do what you need to do as long as you come home to me is the type of situation it was.
Right.
How far along into your relationship did that occur?
We have been together for about 7 years, and we've been doing this for about 3.
Okay.
Is there fear that the truth would come out in the near future, even if you weren't kind of prepared to say, or you didn't want it to come out, whether it's, maybe the other man getting in contact with your husband, kind of having his own suspicions or anything like that?
Yes, I'm terrified of somebody else telling him before me. So that's why I have told him about the other man, that it's been open, but I get nervous about it, telling him, hey, I've done this. And he's like, I told him about it, and he's like, I'm okay. Everything's fine. But for it to just be like, hey, this is not your baby, or at least I don't know if it's your baby or not, it's a different conversation for sure.
Is there a reason why you haven't done the test yet to find out?
I just haven't. I've been super busy with all this craziness going on and everything. I just have not done it yet. And it took me a little while to ask the other guy if he would do it because I was nervous to be like, hey, is this your child?
Oh, right. You need him involved too to even do the test.
Kind of have to have his consent.
That's got to be scary too, because if you do confirm, what you assume is true, and now he knows for a fact this is his child, that's got to be scary too, for the reason I just said, of him maybe wanting the child in his life right away, contacting your husband or something like that. Do you think that's one of the reasons you're putting off the test as well?
I think so. I mean, he has seen the child, the other guy, because we have met at my house and everything, because my husband used to work nights, and he came here and saw the child and held her and everything. Wow. And it's kind of crazy, and that's what makes me really nervous. I mean, I'm not going to be opposed if he wants to be involved, because I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but 2 dads are better than none. But
Wait. She assumes both are gonna be there? This is okay. No. This is gangster delusional. This is like mesmerizing gangster dream effect with a little weed to make you fly extra high. I don't know what's wrong. Wait.
The child was this side dude. Would you kind of work out a situation where he would be in the child's life, and like, would he be sort of like a side father and your husband would be like the main guardian of the child, or like how would that work?
I would make my husband definitely the guardian. I would get the side guy. I would ask him what he wanted, and if anything, I mean, he could be, uncle, whatever, But I don't know if I would ever. I don't know if I could tell my child that, hey, this is both your dads. I don't know.
Wow.
Don't know how I would react. And do you think there's a chance that he would not want to raise the baby anymore, even though he's been raising it for some time?
I don't think so, because he's already a good dad. I have several stepchildren already, and we have them jointly, and he takes such good care of them. He takes such good care of her, and I think even if I told him, he would still be there.
Do you think it would have an effect on your marriage?
Maybe for a little while, but after the whole I cheated on him in the past thing, it took a little while for us to get back on track, and we definitely did get back on track, and everything, was normal, and it was perfect, and even with her and after her, it's been just great.
So you mentioned that, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was just going to say that you mentioned that you have other stepchildren. Those are not children that you had with him?
No, they're his children from previous marriage.
And do you think that, you're going to have to kind of get on good terms, because we're going to have to, reach out and find out whose kid this is,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to reach back out. Like I said, the whole wanting to have a relationship. I mean, after having a kid with him, there are feelings there, of course. Because you're kind of like, whoa, I just had a kid with this person.
Ooh.
I mean, that's a big deal.
Yes, of course, because he's now with a guy that might be like, you know what, I don't want to raise these kids. So for her, she can, well, I don't want to raise your stepchildren. I can just build a new family over here with this new dude, and everything is going to be Gucci, and I don't even have to see these stepkids. But then again, is it worth it? Because if the dude can take care of those kids, her, and is the husband, maybe he's a bigger earner. I wish people just make their life simple and stop taking people on an interesting ride that they don't deserve.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that emotional aspect of it, where yes, if this is the father, there's still that emotional tie of, now we have a baby together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what, because before any of it happened, like the whole having a baby together, there was definitely no affection there. At least there's no emotional ties. And now there's a couple, and that's why I'm trying to keep my distance.
Do you think there is a situation that plays out where your current husband's like, I can't do this, and just kind of walks away from the whole thing, and then you start a new relationship with this side guy?
Because the fact that she mentions is that she has all this weird emotion, and I was talking about the emotion of the guy. I was thinking, how would you believe that you could be in a relationship where it's weak enough that you already cheated, that you didn't tell him the truth, but you went with an order to make the baby in secret, and you believe the moment you make a new baby with another person, these three feelings will not fight each other, In my experience, a clean slate always looks much better. Much better. And the only reason you don't want to go to this clean slate is either this friend has a very bad record in relationships, so you don't trust it in the long term, but this one does trust you in the long term because you believe already that you can cheat. And trust me, the fact that you can cheat on a person, even if it's delusional or not, is so much stronger because people like safety while having sex.
Maybe. I mean, it's not what I want because I don't see myself with the side guy. His personality and mine would definitely clash.
Don't you?
But my husband, he may get tired of it. So I may be a single mom, which is fine too. It happens daily. So
in I guess being completely honest, do you know what the sort of ideal outcome would be for you if this could all play out in the future, exactly the way you wanted? What would that look like?
I mean, I would love to tell my husband, most definitely, and I would love to definitely get the test and just to verify. And I would not mind being the child being in both of their lives. I mean, if it's here and there, doesn't have to be every other weekend or every weekend like, most kids are, but I wouldn't mind being both guys being involved is my thing.
A child also looks at your action and replicates those stuff. So if you pretend that you're something in the end, right? And then you totally switch like, oh, I'm not your real father, but that doesn't matter because it's all about the action. You will break his reality because he's going to realize the person that is invincible, that I should always trust, will always take care of me, will always hug me at the right time, lie to me of being the person he is supposed to be. So he's going to live the delusional way of thinking that she kind of projects, you know. But a child that small shouldn't be creating that situation. It can really mess you up because in the future, the child might even have trust issue with other people or will start trusting as many people as possible because he just wants somebody to keep giving that safety feeling. You know, you have no idea. And she might be, yeah, but my intention were right.
Like, it would be easier to be like, oh, you know, maybe he was my high school sweetheart or something. I mean, I did go to high school with the kids, so, but it happened a little later after high school, obviously, but.
So a friend that was a high school sweetheart. Yeah. You set it up yourself. That's why I tell all the ladies around me, don't touch me. Yeah, but it's just a hug. No, don't touch me. I don't want to touch you. I don't even want to know if I have a different feeling. Yeah, but you never understand the world. Well, that is the reason. Because I don't understand all the options. That's why I know what I want. Why do I want to know why the grass is greener when I can just watch my friends fail at the same action and be like, damn, I'm not gonna do that dumb shit. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like, thumbs up and all those stuff, and stay tuned for more.
Don't get me wrong, ma cosa kita bong. Butta fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam, jam, turloqueta, verdeta, welcome.